Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Alex. Today is Tuesday, and got a new exciting episode of Sex Game for y'all today. Now, I want to say thank you to the people who watched my video on Friday. That was like an early Christmas treat at the Grove. The vast majority of you actually loved the video that much that I guess y'all telling me that y'all actually want a part two. We'll see how very well received part two is before I consider making a part three, because in the past I would always make a part one and a part two and a part three, and my producer always told me wait at least 2 to 3 days minimum, 4 to 5 days maximum to see if anybody likes these videos before you just crank out a second one and a third one. So this is part two in the series. The title of the video is going to be called Sex Game, Hot, Sexiest Black Women in Action and Television and Film. Now, this is to actually acknowledge the accomplishments of black women, because I do have black women that watch a lot of my YouTube videos, and every now and then I will get approached by a black woman, whether it's on the bus, the train, whether it's in the neighborhood, whether it's at 7-Eleven, and they'll be like, when you go drop another video about black women's accomplishments? And 99.99% we do make videos, and this one's for black women. Part three, if part two is very successful, which I think it probably will, you already know what part three is going to be. That's going to be about Latina women's accomplishments in television and film. Why I give everybody their own video? So nobody can approach me in person and say, you give everybody else their video. So that way I get rid of all of the complaints so I can finish making it to the end of the year. Because I have some new content for next year, and we don't want to burn through all this material that fast. All right. Coming in at number 8 is Tessa Thompson. Now, Tessa Thompson's a very physically, sexually attractive black woman. You know, she broke into the late 2000s. Of course, she got that sexy accent, because a lot of people will be like she's British, which I find very physically, sexually attractive. She's very quiet, very humble, and she's busted into a bunch of blockbuster movies. Now, I loved her character, Valkyrie and Thor Ragnarok. I wish she could have had a much bigger critical reception than she got. And I think someone complained that she never appeared in Avengers Infinity War, since that was the next big major movie that came after that film. And when she came in Avengers Endgame, it was like, okay, bring her back now. Where's her character? And to me, it would be nice if her character actually got to be, like, I understand the studios want to do Thor and Love and Thunder, and I'm pretty okay with the decision being made that that character will become like a female version of Thor, but it's like we already have a character that could kind of take on that role. And it was like, I liked it what they had set up at the end of Avengers Endgame when Thor was going to actually put Valkyrie in charge of Asgard. I was actually curious to what she was going to bring to that approach of her character. Like, they were going to give her character that push that her character originally wasn't going to get. So you could tell her character's destined for something. I don't know if they're going to actually give her own movie. Is she going to be in a Disney Plus television show? I mean, if you do that, that will make things interesting. But she's not just a part of one franchise now, is she? You know, there is the Creed franchise, Creed 1 and 2. And she's going to be in Creed 3. And besides her being a good actress in television and film, this woman's got some badass vocals when it comes to singing. She can sing as well as she can act. A lot of people don't realize that this woman can do movies, television, and she could sing. Like, if you just watch that second Creed film, you see right away that she can sing her ass off. Like, just imagine if she just wanted to do an R&B album, people would go buy it. It's like, we already know who you are. You know, we've seen you in Thor Ragnarok. We've seen you in Avengers Endgame. We've seen you in Creed 1 and 2. We saw you in the reboot to Men in Black. So it's like, this woman could put out an R&B album if she wanted to, and people will buy it because she can actually sing. Like, it was made for the sequel of Creed 2. Now, she did it in the first movie, but in the second film, you can tell they paid close attention to her ability to sing on the mic. So Come on, what's not to love? I mean, a black woman that can blow like that. That's talent right there. All right, coming in at number 7 is my girl, Megan Eagley Wokey. Sorry if I butcher her last name. Now, she's been acting for almost 20 years. Now, she's been in a lot of movies, a lot of television shows, but the one character that got her a whole lot of attention is Vixen. Now, she became a voice actress, and then she popped up in season 4 as the actual character. Now, this was by far the most fine, physically, sexually attractive black girl I've seen in years in television. I mean, she had that comic book accurate look. She had the look, the sexy accent. She looked the part. She got in the athletic shape. She took the approach to bring this comic book character to life. And the fact that she got to voice the character and then play a live interpretation of the character is very rare. A lot of times, if you're an actor, you're usually doing the movies or television counterpart of the character, or you're doing the animated cartoon version of the character. Very rare they let you do both. She got to voice her own character as well as a live interpretation. The only thing I felt like it was a missed opportunity with this actress, because she has way too much talent to just, play the character once and that's it. I mean, yeah, she appeared in season 1 and season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow, but those were like episodes where they would be showing her in flashbacks. And it was like, couldn't you just give her own television show? We got The Flash, we got Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, we got Supergirl, we got Black Lightning. Right in the middle of that, you could have made a show called Vixen. I mean, it would have been nice if she could have showed up in The Flash. Like, when you watch season 4, she goes, "Don't you dare tell Barry." And it's like, how come we never got to see the interaction between Vixen and Barry Allen in The Flash? Like, if these two know each other, there should have been some episode in The Flash season 2 or season 3 to let us know that there's another character out there that's got powers that can take the energy of animals and use that to fight magic. Is like, this character could get her own show. What they could have done was introduced her in season 2 or season 3 of Black Lightning and then make her a regular on Legends of Tomorrow, but they had other actresses play the Vixen. So it's like, it gets confusing because she's the one who played the character twice. And to me, it feels like if she had her own show, it would make sense. Like, if you made Wonder Woman made television show, or if you made a Wonder Woman 3, that would be a time to introduce a movie version of that character. Now, I think the only place you could put her character is probably season 2 or season 3 of Stargirl. Because then if you do that, it's going to let us know that there's more characters that can show up. Or possibly a crossover between her and Hulk Girl. So it would make sense if they would do that. So to me, I just feel like it's a blown opportunity. All right, coming in at number 6 is Letitia Wright. You know why we gotta have her on here, don't you? Because she was in the first Black Panther movie, and she's been in Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and she has a bright future. And to me, she's gonna be Marvel's by far biggest actress in Hollywood. She's gonna be by far the biggest actress. To me, the right direction is to make her the Black Panther moving forward. You give us Black Panther 2, Black Panther 3, you put her in New Avengers, and outside of that, she's going to be an even bigger star. She's going to become that superstar that everyone knows she can be, and it just feels that you would have to do that. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Diana Gurira. Sorry if I butcher her last name. We all should know who she is. She was in Captain America Civil War. She was in both Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, but she was also in Black Panther as the bodyguard of T'Challa, and she also was on the hit television show The Walking Dead, of course. And what I like about her character from The Walking Dead is that she had this attitude about her that she didn't care if she was fighting monsters, zombies, and she had this badass samurai sword. It's like, when was the last time you turned on a television show and you saw a kick-ass show like The Walking Dead and you saw a black girl with a samurai sword just ready to throw down and kick ass? I couldn't remember nowhere before in history of television that was actually done. And the fact that her character got to be in the show for the rest of the series was interesting. Now, the one thing I felt that they could have done was made an actual spin-off of her character. Like, what happened before the events of Walking Dead? Like, all other characters are getting spin-offs, right? And I felt like they could have took this character, maybe three other characters, and made like a 90-minute movie to show what happened before the events. I mean, her character got popular so fast. It was like we didn't even know who she was. All we know is she's got this badass samurai sword and she's throwing down, and it's like, that's all we need to know. That's all we need to know, right? So, coming in at number 4 is going to be Black Lightning's China and Mcclain. Now, she's a big-time actress. She does television, she does film, she does modeling, and I think she might do some music. I'm not too sure. I know somebody will come in the comment section and correct me, but this woman was on the show for like 4 seasons. And to me, it's unfortunate that we're not going to get a season 5 of Black Lightning. I was actually looking forward to what they had set up for that story, but this woman's very physically, sexually attractive, very smart, very intelligent, got a bright future, and I can't wait to see a whole lot of more of her and other future projects, no matter whether it's television and film, whether it's outside of that. To me, season 2 and season 3 was her best highlight because they showcased her powers and abilities on the show. She had more of a commanding presence. People paid more attention to her in season 2 and 3 than they did in the first season. And the fact that she could take the mantle of the Black Lightning character is where it was going to. And the fact that she had a twin sister and the way that they set up that story from the comic book, it was comic book accurate. Like, her comic book suit was that comic book accurate. Like, most television shows, they come very close. This show was good because the ratings was just getting huge. And to me, she's in the prime of her career. So, sky's the limit for this woman. You know, any man that sees this television show is going to be blown away by her acting ability. And the fact that she could play different versions of her character was very incredible. So, that's very interesting. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Nafessa Williams. That's like the other actress that's on there, because you got to remember the main character to Black Lightning actually has 2 daughters. If you read the comic books, he has 2 girls, and they just happen to have their powers that they inherit from him. Now, to me, she's going to be the next character that they're going to help push. She's going to be moving forward in the franchise. And if they make a spinoff, why not go watch it? I mean, I'll watch it. I mean, if they tie her in with The Flash or Legends of Tomorrow, I'll watch. I mean, this show, whatever they got planned, it's got potential. And the actress, she does pretty good. She's really good. Like, if you've seen the way she handled herself with the fighting scenes and the martial arts, so for people who say black women don't be going to the gym and getting into athletic shape, just go watch the show. All the black women in the show are pretty much in athletic shape. I mean, almost everyone on that show at some capacity, whether it was season 1, season 2, season 3, or season 4, have done some martial arts at some capacity. Everybody fights in this show. So it's hard not to imagine someone saying, oh, black women never get in athletic shape. BS. You watch the show and you be looking like, damn, this black woman fine. Alright, coming in at number 2 is Angela Bassett. You can't complete this list without a legend, right? You can't do it without a legend or an icon. It just wouldn't feel right. I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, this woman's been around for 3 to 4 decades. This woman has done it all. This woman's been in movies, television shows, theater, Broadway. This woman's produced. She's written scripts. She co-directs. This woman has probably written a book. I mean, Angela Bassett has been around in the game. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a black man or a black woman, you want some advice, she's who you go to for advice. I mean, there's Oprah, there's Angela Bassett. They're like on the same level, basically. And she's the star of her own television show, 911. and it's get good critical reception. So when people say a black woman can't be the main character of a television show, just go watch that show. I mean, I enjoyed the very first season. I mean, I did miss the first 4 episodes of season 1, but I watched the rest of season 1. I enjoyed season 2, and I can't wait to see what they do with the next season. I mean, the way they did it, it had strong critical reception. People got behind Angela Bassett, and they supported her. And to me, that's what you should do for black women, is when they get on primetime television and they play a big time character. Like, if you just look at 911, 911 is kind of like on the same level as SWAT. Because think about that. You got a female character that's black, and if you watch SWAT, the main character is black, right? So it should make you feel honorable that we do have some television shows where the main character is actually black, because Angela Bassett does the best acting in this show. Like, her best acting is in this show. And the fact that she puts her heart and soul into all her projects, this is by far the best. Like, this and Black Panther, they're on the same level, basically. So you got to show this woman some respect, and hopefully one of these times and one of these seasons, this woman gets an Oscar, because that's the one thing that seems to be missing. It's like she has an Emmy, she has a Golden Globe. Where's this woman's Oscar? Give this woman an Oscar, please. Coming in at number 1. And this one was a tough one. I've only seen maybe an episode, maybe 1 or 2 episodes on the cell phone, because, you know, it's YouTube and a lot of people like to put stuff on the internet. And this would be, now, please do not be upset. It's a long, long name. If I get it wrong, I understand it. It is Sonia Martin Green, and she's been in the past 2 or 3 seasons of Star Trek Discovery. Now, this is a big-time franchise, okay? Star Trek, when it comes to movies like Star Wars, Star Trek, they don't just get anybody, okay? They saw some potential in this woman. This woman was on The Walking Dead for 2 or 3 seasons, and she was on a part of that Some of cast. And you knew that she had a strong presence on that show, and I kind of told myself it'd be funny if this woman gets her own show, and what do you know, it's Star Trek Discovery. I mean, it got strong ratings its first season. Now, season 2 kind of fell off a bit and wasn't as good as season 1, but it still got your divided attention. And when they did the crossover with Char Picard, played by Patrick Stewart, if you've seen the original Star Trek series, The Next Generation, when they did that crossover, strong numbers. I mean, what can I say? I'm impressed. This woman showed that she could hold her own in the midst of a legend. And the fact that this show is on and it's been going as long as it's going, it's going to get more seasons. I wouldn't be surprised if they went as far as to make a Star Trek Discovery spinoff. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a movie. I mean, she's made this character her own, and people are taking her serious. And again, it should make you proud, if you're a black woman, to turn on television and see that some of these people are becoming the main character. So we put her at number 1 because she's breaking the barrier. Like, if you look at it, it started with her show, and then the moments that soon follow, Angela Bassett got put in the show. And like I said, I would love to see that girl who played Vixen get more recognition for playing the character. But you could tell this video is to try to show women's accomplishments in television and film. So these women do be doing some martial arts, okay? I mean, to play these characters and to do those scenes, some of them do their own stunts. A lot of them behind the scenes do produce and write. And who knows, some of the women on this list might become directors. You better watch out. Some of these women might become screenwriters and directors and might write movies for you one day. So this was just to, smooth things over. Like I said, this is for black women, and part 3 is going to be for the Latina women, because I know when I step outside my front door and I go to 7-Eleven, someone will be like, so where's our video? So these are just to finish the series. Until next time, peace.